We need to take a minute here to talk. ArenaNet recently released Guild Wars Reforged. This game has done so unbelievably well that they went on to record to state that leading up to Reforged's launch, we saw an over 16,000% increase in overall unit sales and a 5 times increase in concurrent players, which could be astronomically good, or depending on if they only had like 100, 200 active players, maybe they only have a concurrent active player base of 1,000 people. I'm not entirely sure. I'd assume that this is incredibly beneficial for them as a studio because Guild Wars 2, with the more frequent content cadence in terms of expansion releases, has been nothing but lucrative in terms of revenue, but also well received by players because there's just more to play. Bellatores is officially entering into its second testing phase at some juncture of the second quarter of 2026, and they are confirmed to be launching in the fourth quarter of 2026. The beta test that I'm aware of was not global. The beta test that I'm aware of was, actually, I have no idea where that region was from. Korea, I think. So they're planning to hold a second follow-up test phase within the next 4 months, and then also release just within the 6 month after that period, which is crazy because the vast majority of us as MMO players haven't even played this game yet. The vast majority of MMO players don't even know this game exists, yet Nyo has supposedly reworked Bellatores' gameplay. Last summer, they organized the first closed beta test and presented an adventure in action MMORPG centered around the clash of 5 great houses in a medieval universe inspired by 15th century Europe. The test left mixed feelings. This is a translation, by the way, of the article that was posted on, Jukes Online. Particularly due to the somewhat rigid gameplay. In light of these mixed results, the developer announced its intention to rework the game based on player feedback. So within a year, they've completely overhauled the game and done all that they can to, I guess, improve it to and hopefully meet the standard that new MMOs have to meet to actually garner any type of player base or success or really positive reception in any capacity. Will the game be launched worldwide? That is the goal of Neo Teams. They are creating an authentic PC MMORPG that transcends national and linguistic boundaries. They said they are encouraged by the fact that last August's beta distributed on Steam attracted players from all around the world, and that is about everything we know about this. The game is going to be playable in some form in the next 2 months, and then released later this year, unless, of course, they ultimately delay it, which at this juncture, I think they would, because they don't even know if players are happy with the final result of the game yet. I think before they go announcing a full-on release date, they should find out whether players actually like the second incarnation or iteration of the game. Alistair McFarlane, who is the owner of Rust, who offered to buy New World after they announced it was going to shut down, has given an update to players. People are speculating that this means that he's going to pull like a Hightail-like deal where he potentially purchases the intellectual property and then publishes it himself. He went on to say, going to be signing an MNDA with unnamed company. This is the end of my communications for the foreseeable future on anything related to unnamed company games. That just means any discussions going forward stay private, which is the standard and expected. Nothing more than that. No deals, no announcements, just conversations. Keep hope but have low expectations. So New World could be saved. It really genuinely could be, which is fantastic because New World was actually a good game. After recording this entire news video, I uploaded it, and then several hours later, it turns out Ashes of Creation essentially announced that they were shutting down. Steven Sharif stepped down from the studio. Everyone essentially was fired. They're supposedly moving the development overseas. There are so many different theories, rumors, and so much speculation going on right now concerning the game, concerning Steven, how he's a huge scammer, how he scammed tens, hundreds of thousands of players out of their game, out of their money, how launching onto Steam has potentially prevented players from ever getting a refund, at least from the Kickstarter backers and everyone else that pledged money. This has become a clusterfuck of hate, anger, speculation, rumors, misinformation, and it is just so unbelievably unexpected. I mean, Kira did a big video, an expose, essentially going over everything, but my God, That is unbelievable. Like, first, Blue Protocol, the original, shut down before releasing globally. And then we had Ashes of Creation get canceled before it even released. I mean, the state of the genre right now, dude, is not looking good. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. A brand new MMORPG called Epitome has, I guess, opened a Kickstarter page. This is an AI-generated MMO, or AI-powered MMO, which, if you think about, oh my god, actually, they hit their goal. 110,000 raised out of 101,000 goal. I mean, based off of what we saw with Where Winds Meet, Sword of Justice Online, where you have AI-powered, like, NPCs, it looks like they're taking advantage of this. They're going to potentially have like a, I don't know, PAX Day inspired Where Winds Meet. Next gen MMO hosting 33,000 players on a single server instance without sharding. No pay to win, community driven development, and next gen graphics. I'm not gonna judge them here, but this doesn't really look next gen to me. This looks 2014, 2016, but it could be very cool. I am very curious to see where this ultimately ends up going. Chrono Odyssey posted an update in their developer notes number 4. They went on to confirm numerous different changes, quality of life improvements, alterations, the controls and responsiveness, combat impacted feedback, consumables, some miscellaneous things. And honestly, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot, but at the end of the day, they're continuing to update, they're continuing to change, and they're continuing to hopefully improve, moving towards their next stable test version that hopefully is better received than their last version. The Solarpunk closed beta has arrived. Play together now. This is a survival game that did not have a functional multiplayer, but now supposedly does have a functional multiplayer alongside the single player version of the game, which actually sounds good. I know nothing about this game. Well, maybe I do. Maybe I think I've heard of this game before. It looks like, yeah, that was a lot of money. They managed to pledge over 300,000 euros, 6,000 backers. Okay, yeah, I do actually remember this game. Not only do they have a functional version of the game. This is an alpha, though, by the way, not a beta test. This is apparently an alpha, but they've also implemented multiplayer so you can play with your friends, which is, I think, is really good. And finally, Project Gorgon has launched, officially launched version 1.0. It's about freaking time. For new players wanting a fresh start, we'll be opening a second server next week, so sit tight just a bit longer. This is great. Project Gorgon is a solid game. Honestly, from what I played of it, from what I've read of it, from what I've seen of the devs themselves and how they handle everything, honestly, that I genuinely wish them all the success in the world, because this is a grand undertaking, and honestly, we need more decent studios in the MMO scene here that aren't trying to milk their players for every single cent they can. And that is everything that happened in the MMO genre over the course of the last several days, week. Y'all are now up to date. You're welcome. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.